Welcome to the best quests that Fallout 3 has to offer again. This time, Canterbury Commons, the Republic of Dave, and Oasis.
Get away with terrorizing this town, not while it's under the protection of the Mechanist.
You and your pathetic tin cans are no match for my army.
The citizens of this town have nothing to fear. The Mechanist is here to protect them.
We'll see about that. Attack, my ant soldiers. Destroy this fool and his tin toys.
So, does anyone bet on the ants? Cause they're ants versus sentry bots. And this is the most unfair fight I've ever seen in media. What's going on?
Humans may be weak sometimes, but our creations are strong.
Well, oh, she's gone too. Hi.
Are you all right? You aren't hurt, are you? I'd like to apologize for the rude welcome. Those two have been a bit of a problem lately. Name's Rowe. Uncle Rowe to most. Welcome to Canterbury Commons. For what that's worth.
Do you have, context?
The, Mechanist and the Ant Agonizer. That's just what they call themselves. It's ridiculous, I know. A while ago, we were attacked by the Ant Agonizer, that woman with the ants, obviously. The Mechanist saved the town with his robots. Well, that was all well and good, but I swear their fights are getting bigger, and it's been driving off the merchants. They simply won't leave.
We might be able to lend you a hand.
Oh, that's terrific. I knew you'd help out. Knew it in my gut, and it's never steered me wrong on a deal yet. Find where the Ant Agonizer and the Mechanist hide and convince them to stop or otherwise end their hostility, and you'll earn 200 caps. You only need to stop one of them, really. Nowadays, I think they only stay in Canterbury to fight each other.
I'll do it.
Great. I'm relieved to know the situation will be quickly resolved. Let me know if I can be of assistance to you. Oh, and please, do try to use some discretion. We already have plenty of would-be heroes starting wars in the streets. We don't need another.
So, what can you tell me about the superheroes?
If it'll help, I'm glad to.
Okay, let's begin with the antagonizer.
One day there was a crazy woman leading a bunch of ants into town. She said humanity was dead and the ants would inherit the earth, stuff like that. Well, that gave Dom plenty of time to line up a shot or two on the ants. She ran away, but every once in a while she'd stage an attack again. She wasn't much of a threat then. In fact, she was sort of entertaining at first. Gave everyone in town something to talk about. But when the Mechanists started fighting her, things got bad. Ants are easy to shoot, but add robots with lasers, it got real nasty.
And the Mechanist?
The Mechanist used to be our town mechanic, Scott Walensky. Quiet guy, but plenty fierce with a wrench and some solder. Guy used to take care of a robot that protected the town, until it got torn up in one of the Ant Agonizer's lame little attacks. I guess he took it personal, because he made a mechanical suit and called himself the Mechanist, said he would lead a robot army to fight her. Now he doesn't even respond to his name, and his robot army is more dangerous to the town than the ants ever were.
And how should I stop them?
My nephew Derek might know more about them. I swear it's all I can do to keep him from running into the fight whenever they come out. He might know more about where you can find them, but don't encourage the poor boy. He's had enough close calls.
Okay, let's change the topic.
I most heartily agree.
How about this town? What can you tell me?
Ha! Damn near everything, I suspect. I founded the place myself, and I'm the reason this place stays fat and happy.
So, why do the traders come here?
Because I asked them to, I suspect. I grew up in these trade caravans, known most of them my whole life. I founded this place with my sister Daisy back in the day. Perfect stop along the caravan circuit.
Are they organized?
They're just small caravans that make rounds through the wastes, hawking their wares from Paradise Falls to Rivet City. They won't trade with anyone who's hit their friends, but that's about as organized as they get.
What if we turn them into a unified group?
I had thought about it, but some of these wasteland traders, well, they aren't exactly the organizational type. It'd take a pretty savvy businessman to make it worth their while to work together. Frankly, I'm not sure even I'm up to the task.
What a shame. I have all these caps and nowhere to spend them.
That certainly is quite a lot of caps. It really would be a shame for those to go to waste, wouldn't it? I suppose I can call in a few favors with the caravans, talk with them about their inventory. Must keep the customers happy, right? So you just let me know what you'd like to see from the caravans, and I'll let them know what to focus on.
Well, they're not gonna have unique weapons or armor, so...
Ah, then you'll be wanting Doc Hoff, or the Good Doctor, as he prefers. He prescribes everything from a good meal to stim packs to things that'll make your brain get up and dance.
Oh, he should definitely expand his inventory then.
The Good Doctor's lab equipment isn't cheap. It'll cost about 200 caps for him to offer higher quality material.
Sounds great. Have at it.
Excellent. I'll send word to the Good Doctor right away.
But you know what? Maybe he can do better.
At this point, it would be hard to improve Doc's medicine cabinet without a significant investment. Say 500 caps should suffice for him to offer a whole cornucopia of pharmacopoeia.
I agree. Have the 500.
Isn't it, though? I'll send this right along to him.
But what if we keep going?
As much as it hurts me to say it, there's really only so much that money can buy. The Good Doctor's supply cannot be improved at this point.
And how about weapons?
Lucky Harith kind of dropped off the map. Or knowing his wares, he may have burnt a hole straight through it.
Am I gonna have to find him or something?
Our man Crow handles most armor and clothing out on the trail.
Okay, let's skip ahead. Have everything you need. I had to go sell some grenades and mines, but...
At this point, it would require another pack Brahmin to carry his wares. But for 500 caps, I think he could offer more.
One Brahmin coming up.
Isn't it, though? I'll inform Wolfgang immediately.
Oh, I've been trying to find you. Derek.
Oh man, did you see it? Did you see it?
I did.
The antagonizer was all like, "Fear me!" But the mechanist was all, "Stop, evildoer!"
So what can you tell us about them?
The antagonizer, she's this evil supervillain who's trying to wipe out humans with her ants. And the mechanist protects us with his robots. And when they fight in town, it's incredible! There's all these lasers and biting and blood, and it's crazy! And then my uncle says I need to stay inside. He says it's dangerous. This is serious business, Derek.
Well, to be fair, that's pretty good entertainment,
You
huh?
think they're neat too, huh? It's not like they ever hurt anyone. Well, not like really badly hurt or anything. Dom and Machete make sure that everyone gets inside when they fight like that. Though sometimes I sneak out to watch. The traders and the slavers and the raiders, they don't like the antagonizer or the mechanist. They say they're bad for business. But that's dumb. The ants and the robots rip them to shreds. That shows them.
But like, do you know the specifics about them?
You mean the superheroes? Yeah. I'll try to watch all of their fights.
Okay then, tell me about the antagonizer.
I don't know much about her except she really, really doesn't like people. That's kinda cool. I mean, sometimes people are jerks. I think her lair is somewhere in the caves to the north of the city. I've seen her ants down there once in a while. Joe Porter said he found out something about her, but my uncle won't let him tell me. He says don't encourage the poor boy.
Lovely. How about the mechanist?
I knew the mechanist back when he was just a normal hero. He used to be called Scott. Then he fixed up stuff around town. But one day, the antagonizer killed his favorite robot, and I told him he ought to fight back against her like a real superhero. Ever since then, he's been up on his forge, on the back of the robot shop on the hill, working to protect us all from the antagonizer.
Any idea on how I should stop
No
them?
way! Don't stop them, they're awesome! Unless, maybe you're going to be a superhero too. You could be called Super Humongous and fight them with an army of super mutants!
Is he calling me a mutant or fat?
Just stumbled into town? He sure picked a fine day for it, with the crazies out there. Here, have a drink on the house. Welcome to Canterbury. I'm Joe Porter. I make sure folks around here can get a meal when they need it.
Dirty water's not a meal.
We do our best. Well, Dom and Ro do their best. I just make sure they've got enough food so they can keep on doing their best. You ever find yourself starving around here, drop by Dot's Diner. We don't charge much, but don't expect any more freebies.
Any info on your superheroes?
You mean apart from having cheesy names? Actually, I think I might know something useful. One of the traders told me she sounded like a girl he used to know. Girl's whole family was wiped out by ants. Not long before she showed up here. But they never found any trace of her body. Said her name was Tanya Kristoff. That might just be our little antagonizer.
Okay, but before we finish that quest, it's time for us to get our rewards.
Yes?
Crow.
And here you are. The spirits have blessed me with many gifts, but you have given the more marketable gift of monetary investment. Please accept this offering. A mask and helmet made from the hide of the wisest spirits of the wind. May it benefit you as fully as it has myself.
And that's the only unique item you'll be given. The rest is like Stimpaks, Stealth Boys, and unfortunately, Lucky Harith. I found out through console commands to teleport me to him that he's no longer lucky. We, however, just got a free schematic, so the shish kebab we can make is stronger. I also resurrected
fellow
him.
Student on the path of the wasteland. Welcome to my humble caravan. Please relax, for we are in a place of safety.
However, there's an issue. Apparently, once he goes dead, Uncle Ro doesn't notice his back.
Lucky.
But hey, at least we got the one unique item that mattered. So to Hubris Comics, where we'll try and find something about or heroes and villain. There's one of each. You know what I meant. Now what we want is the letters from the editor. I'll leave it up a bit if you want to read it, but I'll just give you the gist of it. So, unlike the machinist that used to be a mechanic, that girl just ripped off the idea. And we can absolutely use that bit of info to confront her and even to redeem her. The question is, should we? Also, there's not much here at Hubris, but I did find a unique boss. Well, it's not really a boss, it's just a unique NPC, or a named one, at least. But most importantly, I'm gonna need all the Nuka Quantum that I can. Not for today, but I bet you assume where this is going. Also, I'll take that Grognak as well. And now it's high time we go and confront the Antagonizer. The kid said that there could be ants near the place, but there's none. Oh, poor thing, it's just bugs. Ooh, another quantum.
So at last, you've penetrated the court of the Antagonizer, queen of all ants. Were you sent by that meddling mechanist? He'll learn that no one can stand before my royal regimen of fighting ants. Explain yourself. Why shouldn't I have my pretties kill you where you stand?
Lady, just stop, you're gonna get yourself hurt.
Ah, you would walk here and presume to command me? Humanity's time has come to an end. Your kind died because it knew only petty bickering and wars. But not so, the noble ant. It works with its brethren, knowing only loyalty and duty. And this is why they have grown, while humanity crumbled. Once I've finished with that pathetic mechanist, I will be free to spread my colonies across the wastes.
Oh, come on, we know you took the idea from a
What?
kid's book.
No! No children's book could possibly capture the true depth of the Antagonizer.
Well, I read that she was an orphan girl who could still be redeemed.
You really believe that?
Yep.
When I read that comic, it explained so much. Where I came from, who I was destined to be, what I had to do. But it never said the Antagonizer could ever have a chance to go back to being normal. It never said I had a chance. Please, I think I've made some terrible mistakes. If you really think I still have a chance, just let me go. I'll give you the suit. No one ever has to see the Antagonizer again. Just please, let me have another chance.
Calm down, it's not like you ever hurt anyone. But yeah, just go on your way.
Thank you. I don't know how I can...
The Quantum.
Just thank you.
I'll take your Nuka-Cola Quantum and we're even. How about it? Thank you. I'm not seeing anything else that I want, so let's go and find the Mechanist in the Robot Repair Center. There is one small issue. We won't be fighting ants. And he doesn't just have a couple sentry bots. So this one is gonna be a little bit of a pain. He also has some Mr. Gutsies and turrets. Anyways, it's just free experience, but elevator and...
Well done. You have defeated the vile Antagonizer, and you've brought back her suit so that we may destroy the last taint of her villainy. Hand it to me, and I'll make sure that no one else can ever bear the mantle of the foul Antagonizer.
If you promise to leave...
Excellent. The evil taint of the Antagonizer will never darken the land again. Now that the Antagonizer is taken care of, Canterbury Commons is safe. And for your loyal assistance, I'm honored to present you with this laser pistol, crafted from my last loyal robot assistant. May it guide you well. But the Mechanist cannot rest. Not while there's evil afoot in the wasteland. Farewell.
Now, I don't know how to have both rewards, but I can show you how to get both costumes. There we go. Just give it to one of them and kill them. And for my level up, I'm gonna go with science and puppies.
What can old Uncle Ro do for you today?
I have done as you asked, so reward me.
That's grand. I do believe it's fair to say you've saved Canterbury. And unlike that Mechanist, you did so with significantly less stress all around. Now, I do believe this is our agreed-upon payment for your fine services rendered, and a little bonus as a special thank you.
And with Canterbury Commons done, it's now time for the Republic
Later.
of Dave. Just walking along, minding my business.
There's a bomb strapped to me. You've got to disarm it. Quick!
Don't you worry, Wastelander, I know exactly what to do. There we go. You're welcome. What? Finally, it was a long walk, but we're here. Hey!
Hey, who are you? What do you want from the Republic of Dave?
Of all the positions.
Strangers need to stay outside or get permission from President Daddy. Else the army of Dave will shoot you.
Oh, President
I
Daddy.
don't think that belongs to you.
Kid, speak to me again. Go on. Fine, desperate times call for desperate measures. Oh, it worked. I wasn't sure.
You're almost as big as Dave.
No, I'm bigger. Bigger than Dave. Dogmeat, open the door.
What do you want?
I want to get acquainted with the Republic of Dave.
This is the Republic of Dave, duh. It's named for President Daddy, but you have to talk to him if you want to stay here.
Can I meet Dave?
Okay, I'll take you, but President Daddy doesn't always like new people.
I'm likable.
Okay, this way.
Lead on. Dogmeat. Oh, I can open the gate now. Okay, so random. Hello, President.
I am Dave, President of the Republic of Dave. You will address me as Mr. President, or I will have you executed. Now, are you applying for citizenship, asylum, or just vacationing in the Republic of Dave?
Mr. President, I'm actually an ambassador from the wasteland.
You are? Excellent. It's good to see that the wasteland has finally recognized the sovereign Republic of Dave. If the people of the wasteland are generous and respectful, I might deign to annex them. There's an election for the next president. Don't look so surprised. Can't you see this is a republic?
I wouldn't know. See, I just got here.
Ah, a seeker of knowledge then. Well, trust me, an election is what separates a president like myself from a monarch like my father.
Your father was a monarch? Like the butterfly?
How much radiation have you been exposed to? Not the butterfly, you moron. I meant the kind of leader that holds his office for life. My father inherited his political power from birth and renamed this great nation the Kingdom of Tom. Although I also inherited my political power from my father when I took over, I formed a republic so the people may elect their leader.
Let's talk about the election.
The election is still going on. What do you want to know?
Who can vote?
That would be Bob, Shauna, Jessica, Rosie, and myself. In the Republic, if you're old enough to carry a weapon, you're old enough to vote. Rosie and Jessica are usually here in the capital. Bob usually hangs out outside near the Brahmin pen. Shauna runs the Museum of Dave, so you can find her there.
The museum. Okay, are the votes in?
Bob still hasn't voted, that dumb bastard.
Can I help with the election?
All right, sure, why not? The people have a tendency to wait until the last minute to vote, but I'd like just to get it over with. I'll spare a few caps if you just tell each of the adults to get over to the voting booth sometime today, so I cinch the victory. Not that I have anything to worry about. The people know who their leader is in this republic.
Let's see about that, shall we? Rosie. Hello.
I heard that Dave allowed you to stay. Well, welcome, stranger. Just be mindful of the children.
Yeah, let's talk about the election.
Election time is always exciting around here.
So, who's running?
Only Dave. He's the only person who ever runs.
Well, I'd like to run. Can I?
Did Dave say you could do that?
No. Why don't you try?
Believe it or not, I used to lead a group bigger than this one on an old caravan route. I did it for years, and we did pretty well for ourselves. But what am I talking about? Running against Dave would be like betraying him.
Imagine the democracy of Rosie.
You're right. Dave's just been pushing me around. It's time for a change.
Yeah, you should go vote if you haven't.
You're right. I'll go right now.
Jessica,
Dave says you're okay? Fine.
let's talk about the election.
I'll help you if I can.
Did you know Rosie's running against Dave?
Poor girl doesn't stand much of a chance, does she?
Have you considered running yourself?
No way. You'd have to be crazy to run against him.
Yeah, well, you should probably go vote.
I guess you're right. I'll go right now.
Ah, that should be Bob.
Come on, make it fast. I got chores.
Hi, Ambassador. Want to talk the election?
Oh, yeah? What about it?
Can I throw my hat into the ring and run for president?
I don't think you can do that. You'd better ask Dave.
I don't have the option. Have you thought about it?
Man, I'd love to be the president. Everybody would have to listen to me, or I could just exile them to the wasteland. And the first thing I'd do is make myself the permanent leader so they couldn't vote me out in some other election. But there's no need for me to run. One year, Dave is just going to make me the leader, just like my grandpa Tom did for him.
You should win by yourself.
I'm not stupid.
No, but you are too young to do it.
Too young. Too young! I am so sick of everyone around here pulling that "you're too young" crap with me. I'm tired of it. I'm old enough to take Dave's place. I'll win that election and show everybody.
That was easy. Go vote.
Fine, I'll get out of the way.
Lovely. So there should be only one person left.
So, Dave gave you the okay, huh? Well, welcome then. I run the Museum of Dave, where the children of the Republic can learn about their heritage.
So, what do you think of the election?
Me? I'm not sure if I can help you.
Okay, did you know that both Bob and Rosie are running?
Wow, this is the first time we've had so many choices.
Have you considered running yourself?
Absolutely not. In fact, I'd vote for Dave twice if I could.
Speaking of which, he has his own museum.
Oh, yes. Everything here is from Dave's adventures in the wasteland before he founded the Republic. I give a tour every day starting around 2 p.m. You should stop by then.
No thanks. Do you accept donations?
I'd never really thought about that before. Why do you ask?
Because I do happen to have some souvenirs from Dave's journeys.
Oh, wonderful. I'd be happy to accept your contribution on behalf of the Republic. And Dave just increased the budget for the museum this year, too. I was going to buy books for the children, but this is far more important.
Tell her that and she'll buy them.
Great. What do you have?
Dave's pilot light and conductor.
What wonderful items for the Museum of Dave.
Historical, I know.
Come back and visit the museum anytime.
Okay, let's see if all the votes are in.
The ramen smells awful today.
Requires a key. Does Dave have a key? Dave's special key. There we go. Lost karma. Oh, boo-hoo. We're far in too deep to care about that. Oh, you still hadn't vote, huh? Well, go on. Go do your thing. Leave. It's not working. Oh, it's for the safe. Okay, at least I got a unique weapon. So that's not Nuka Quantum. Lovely. Shauna, go vote.
Oh no. Dave sent you to tell me that, didn't he? I'll go right away, I promise.
He did, and I forgot to tell you.
Ah, Dave, lead our Republic to glory.
Not on my watch, he won't. Okay, what's happening? Why is no one coming? Everyone has voted.
Yes? What can President Dave do for you?
No, we're way past that. This time, it's what I can do for you.
Communist! He is a communist!
No.
Everyone, come quick!
No, I'm not. Liar. Sounds like someone needs some democracy, Dave. Oh, he has a Chinese assault rifle. He's the That's the sound bug. Apologies. Rosie. Jessica. Bob. Shauna. Oh, there's someone out there.
Greetings, fellow survivor. Another fine day in the wastes, isn't it?
Why are you so happy? It's the wastes.
Why shouldn't I be? I've got food, I've got shelter. And I know humanity is on the rise again. Haven't you heard the good news? Haven't you read the Wasteland Survival Guide?
Rev? I helped write it.
Glory be! You're the great survivor! Bless you. Oh, bless you for sharing your wisdom with mankind. You've given us all a chance to hope again.
Oh hey, someone forgot to write title properly.
Oh, yes, of course. Please accept this. It's all I have, but surely I owe everything to the lessons in your holy guide. Bless you.
It's what you get for being a random encounter. Now where the hell is Oasis? Oh, finally. Took me so long.
Outsider, you have arrived. Please, come closer. I have something of the utmost urgency to speak to you about. Do hurry. He doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Just let me finish walking, but who's he?
I'm so glad you're here. It's been a while since anyone's visited us, and he's been waiting for someone like yourself to arrive. If you wouldn't mind following me, I'll bring you right to him.
Wait, who are you?
I'm sorry. In my excitement, I got ahead of myself. I'm Tree Father Birch, and I have the great fortune of being leader of his people, the Tree Minders. Beyond that gate is our home, Oasis.
Who's waiting for me?
Why, he is, of course.
Oh, he.
If you'll just follow me to the pavilion, all will be explained.
Yeah, I prefer that over going through He-Man.
Excellent. Please follow me. All will be explained soon.
Now, we all know who he is, but Tree Father Birch is a bit of a silly goose.
You have no idea how overjoyed I am to see you. Normally, outsiders are forbidden inside Oasis, but he has made an exception.
Yeah, how is this place teeming with life?
That's his power you feel, outsider. With his outstretched limbs, he shelters us and keeps us safe.
For the last time, please, who's he?
He is the one who grows. He is the one who gives, and he is the one who guides. No one speaks his name out of reverence for his majesty. Thanks to him, the Tree Minders have a home.
I'll help you, if you tell me.
I understand your hesitation, but I can assure you that no harm will befall you.
What's a tree minder?
Is it so strange to care for one's home and keep it safe from those who would seek to exploit it? He gives to us, so we give back to him. It's an arrangement that's worked well for almost 2 decades. We shun technology and embrace nature. That's the life of a tree minder.
If you don't like technology, why'd you carry weapons?
Sadly, the wasteland is a hostile place, and sometimes we're forced to defend ourselves against it. If that means fighting with manufactured weapons, then so be it. Had he not asked to see you, you never would have gotten this close to the gates.
Okay, so that explains our interaction.
Yes, indeed it does. Sorry, I don't speak to outsiders very often, and I tend to get lost in conversation.
We've noticed.
As you approached Oasis, he said you were coming, and I was sent out to meet you personally with a request. He wishes to meet with you. You'd be the first outsider to do so in a very long time.
Sure, just take me to the guy.
Yes, person. To meet him, you must undergo the ceremony of purification. Once that's complete, you'll be able to speak to him. Whenever you're ready, we may begin.
What's the ceremony?
It's simple, really. You drink the sap from the basin here in the pavilion. The sap will purify your mind and body of anything harmful that could possibly hurt him. I assure you, nothing harmful will happen to you.
And that's exactly what I expect to hear before
Very
something
good.
happens to me.
Take your place in front of the basin, and let's begin.
Okay. Just stand here like an idiot, or shall I... Oh, I can activate. Oh, you can't use the fountain at this time. I'm not even gonna say anything. Now it works.
We will now recite the blessing to ward off any harm the outsider may be carrying before he proceeds to the grove.
I bid you depart, agents of destruction, through the power of his divine will.
Leave our homes and bodies immediately. Live no longer in them, but pass over into places where you can harm no one.
In the name of his frondescence, I call his wrath upon you, so that wherever you may go, you bear it with you.
and diminishing from day to day. You may disappear, except where you serve the health and good purposes of mankind. May no trace of you be found.
All this may he be so good as to grant us, who is to come to judge the living and the dead, and the world by his verdure.
Amen. Soon you will pass peacefully into sleep, outsider, and when you awake, you will witness his glory firsthand.
Please be safe. Please be safe. I think I'm okay. Okay, finally. I never met Harold before. Seen plenty of videos though, but yeah. Hello, buddy.
Glad to see you're finally awake. I can't believe they made you do that stupid ceremony. They listen when I talk, but they don't hear. You know what I mean?
I never met the talking tree before.
Neither have I. Well, I talked to Herbert, but he never really says anything back. Do you, Herbert? He kept growing around me. Maybe for calling him Herbert all the time. His name's really Bob. I think it's funny when I call him Herbert, though.
You're trapped in a tree.
Well, I suppose you could look at it that way. See, Bob used to ride around on top of my head. Sunk his roots right in there, you know. Well, eventually, he got bigger than me, and then I pretty much ended up inside.
Speaking of which, how did that happen?
It was a long time ago. I tend to lose track. I was exploring some sort of a military base with some other people. I think it was called Mariposa. Mariposa. We were pretty deep inside and we found some weird vats of this nasty green goo. Right when we were about to leave, I think we were attacked. Yeah. Last thing I remember before blacking out was something knocking my friend into the stuff.
I was told you needed my help?
Yes, I do. Or, I guess, we do. Me and Bob, that is. I had you brought in here to ask a very simple favor. Would you please kill me?
You for real?
Completely serious. You'd be doing me a favor. You see, I've been stuck here for over 2 decades now. Rooted right into the ground. The only friends I've got are Bob and those weirdos out there who think I'm a god.
Okay, I get it, but how?
How to put this? I've been feeling rather spread out lately. I think Bob's kinda shoved my insides around some. It's hard to tell where everything is, but it's always that way with one's insides, isn't it? Anyway, I believe Bob's carried some of my organs into his root system. I want you to go underground and destroy my heart. Oh, no, don't worry about them. When you decide to go down there, I'll have a little chat with Birch and the rest of the gang. They usually don't understand a word I say, but I'll make them come around.
Can't you do it yourself?
Now, how exactly am I supposed to do that? I can barely move anymore.
Fair enough.
Thanks to Bob, I'm obviously not going to be doing anything for a very long time.
Okay, they're gonna be pissed at me, so what's my reward?
Well, I used to carry those pesky caps a long time ago, but I think my pockets are in those shrubs over yonder. I'm pretty sure the caves below me are full of all kinds of nifty gizmos you can take on your way to my heart. Help yourself.
Fine, I'll do it.
You will? Oh, you made us so happy. Oh, isn't that right, Bob? Just give me a little time to say goodbye to good old Bob, and then I'll be ready.
Okay then, goodbye, Herbert.
No. Herbert is the tree. Bob is his real name, but I call him Herbert because I think it's pretty funny. But I'm still in here too. What's left of me? The name's Harold.
Okay, Harold, you're a tree. Can't I just burn you?
Oh, no. Fire would be too painful for me and poor old Bob. You keep that stuff away from us. The heart would be just fine, and I won't feel a thing.
By the way, how's there so many vegetation?
It's kinda embarrassing, really. Once a year, Bob decides he's gonna go ahead and start growing these weird pods filled with tiny seeds. Well, all it takes is a good wind and the seeds just fly everywhere. I call them Herbert seeds. He hates that.
This is gonna be so awkward.
And I'm telling you, you've got it all wrong. Why else would he have called for an outsider's assistance?
The outsider is here to deliver us from our enemies, to keep this place safely locked away from the wasteland, not to exploit us.
How can we preach about peace when all you want to do is keep his gift all to ourselves? That's not what he would want.
If we allow the spread of this miracle to continue, we're putting him in jeopardy. I can't allow that. I won't allow it.
Once again, my husband, we are at an impasse. I suggest we speak to the outsider.
Agreed. Why else would the outsider have been allowed into the grove? Perhaps it's a test. Yes, that must be it.
Revel, outsider. You are...
I know why you're here, and despite what my wife thinks, I know you'll do what's best for Oasis. After all, he chose you, and he would never want to put us in harm's way.
He has a name, it's Harold.
Oh, he's testing you now, just like he tested us. He wants to see if your faith is strong by spinning these incredible stories. Who else but a god could produce all of this? Don't worry, you'll soon see things as I do.
Do you know he wants me to kill him?
Yes, I've been pondering that riddle myself for some time now, and I think I know what he's trying to tell us. The Great One's influence is growing, and soon it will break free of the confines of this secluded vale. We can't allow Oasis to call attention to itself like that. It would be the end of him. I've had enough of your blasphemy. I've tolerated it this long because you're an outsider, but no more. If you wish to test me again, you'll find yourself banished from Oasis.
And what would you have me do?
If the same sap that you drank to purify yourself could be applied to his heart, it should stop the spread. I can promise you no harm would come to him. That's all I ask of you, outsider. Nothing more, nothing less.
I love Birch, but sometimes I think he doesn't see the big picture. The spreading of his influence is not a curse. It's a great miracle, a benefit meant for the entire wasteland.
Lady, have you tried listening?
Of course we do. He yearns to share his miracles with the whole world, to give the gift of life back to the dead wasteland. It's upsetting him to no end, but Birch can't see the pain it's causing. But now that you're here, I have a feeling the winds are about to change.
Oh, things are gonna change all right.
I heard what my husband wanted you to do. What I propose is an alternative. The same person that created the sap also created this liniment. If you can reach his heart, it will assist in making his influence increase. Instead of centuries, the wasteland will become green in mere decades. Just imagine how glorious that would be.
Yeah, she doesn't know about my car, but... Well, not my problem.
Branch Tender Cypress at your service. Welcome to our little home.
So, what's up between those two?
I wish they wouldn't argue so much. It makes everyone uncomfortable.
Can I, have the key to the caves? Quest and all?
Sure. Here you go. Good luck to you.
Thank you, bye-bye. I'm gonna go.
May your spirit rest in his branches.
No thanks. Oh, hi kid.
So you're the outsider, huh? You seem nice to me.
Thank you. Have you heard the argument?
They're the best parents ever.
Let's talk about the tree.
Oh, you mean Harold? He's really nice. Sometimes when I get really lonely, I go into the grove and talk to him. Sometimes I even curl up all cozy-like and sleep next to his root after I have a bad dream. I tell him what I'm scared of, and he tells me what he's scared of. It makes me feel better knowing I'm not the only one.
And, what are you scared about?
Sorry, that's only for secrets between friends.
Well, I'm Harold's friend. What's he scared of?
Sorry, that's only for secrets between friends.
Fire! It's fire! We know it's fire.
Goodbye, outsider.
Goodbye, sapling. You? Oh, am I alert? Maybe I'm gonna be the one that burns ya. I don't have a flamer. Will the missile launcher work? Oh, it didn't. Fine. Fine, we'll do it Harold's way. Perk! You've been exposed to his mutation, and now your skin is as hard as tree bark. Oh, damn. Did not expect that animation. Okay, so he's a gunner.
Outsider. Welcome to Oasis.
You're happy? Really?
The Great One is dead, slain by your hand. Don't worry, I hold no grudge towards you. You'll have to forgive my people at a time like this, outsider. They aren't used to being so lost. And for once, I don't have the words to help them.
I thought you'd be mad.
No, outsider. My anger lay not with you, but with myself. Before you reached his heart, he imparted his last words to me. He told me about his will to die and how I mistook this for some mystical sign. How could I have been so blind?
Yeah.
How could I have misled all these people? Perhaps if I would have spent more time getting to know him, things would have turned out different.
So what will happen?
Even though the Great One has left us, our memories of him will never die. With Bloomseer Poplar's help, I'm confident we can keep Oasis alive and carry on as tree minders. Go now, outsider. Go, but never forget the gifts the Great One bestowed upon us.
Now I'd like to give a big shout out to Steve Whittle for becoming the channel's first member. And oh,
Hiya.
have you noticed?
Now that Harold's gone, I lost my bestest friend. All I want to do is cry.
Toughen up, kid. Well, bye.
May the Great One bless you.
Have a good one.